One of the main reasons why you are here on the internet is because you are looking for spiritual truth. Now, what is this spiritual truth that you are seeking? You should know it yourself. According to most of the people, they are looking for something tangible. Now, when I say tangible, they think that there are lots of these yoga gurus. There are lots of these people who are teaching different postures and pranayama and meditation techniques. You can imagine there are millions of them across the world. They are just teaching you something which they might have taken a short course somewhere and learned, and they have bundled it in a video and put it across. I mean, if that is what you're seeking, then I can't help you. But if you are really a seeker of truth, that means if you are seeking something which we in our spiritual world say, seeking the truth, then I can say that you are in the right track. So you have to search for it in the right direction. Many a times people have said that it is not available on the internet. Of course, everything is available on the internet. You can get all your groceries also on the internet. So what makes you think that there are these great masters are not there on the internet? The idea is that they are hidden. They cannot be seen. They are not visible. And they may be very few. But what exactly is your seek? That is what you have to zero on to. Doing yoga or meditation or any such thing, where is it going to take you? You have to ask yourself this question. See, there is no point in just trying to learn something by joining some classes somewhere and then trying to understand that, okay, this is what I'm getting. I have to do so many days of, meditation and practices like that. First, you got to use your mind correctly. See, as far as the spiritual truths are concerned, they are not there in these kind of activities. I will give you a simple example. Look at the case of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa or Ramana Maharishi, or for that matter, great saints and sages, Samartha Ramdas, Swami Samarth. There were the Alvars, there is Mirabai, there is Kabir. I think you have guessed it. These people were not interested in doing some kind of a yoga, meditation or anything like that. They had their own methodologies. They are forming a school of what is called as devotion. Now the devotional school is different than the other schools, which means that the techniques taught by them are different. So here when we are looking for something specific, that specific you have to zero on to who is the main person who can give me this knowledge. There are lots of glib talkers on the internet. They talk very eloquently. They give some beautiful speeches. People clap when they say some words, and people get very highly charged up after listening to all their glib talk. They are only glib talkers. They are not truly enlightened people. So listening to glib talkers doesn't mean that you are going to go anywhere. You need a real master. Now, these particular masters that we are talking about, they will take you towards the path of realization or towards God. Think like this. Is this gentleman or this lady, whoever they are they taking me towards realization, God realization? If not, then there is no point in thinking that you are in spiritual. Same thing goes for when you go to a temple. Now, when you are going to a temple, what kind of a temple are you going to? Who is teaching you over there? What exactly is happening? See, going to a temple simply means that there are temples built by literally everybody. Correct? Now, do the temples have absolute values? You have to find that out first. Temples which are really having the divinity in them, you have to first identify them clearly. You yourself can build one temple. You yourself can say, okay, now I'm going to build a temple, people will start coming in and they will pour in and they will, yes, everybody will be happy. Temples which have come up on their own, which is called Swayambhu. Swayambhu means that which comes on its own. Like the different lingas that are established all over India. Those Swayambhu temples have come thousands of years ago. Those are the real ones. Then there are other temples which were built by some sages and saints. The third type are the ones where these sages and saints are living. See, Dakshineshwar was inhabited by Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa himself, right? There are Shankaracharyas who are there in some temples. Some people are there where you can go. There are great spiritual masters who have their temples as well. You can go to those. But the murti or whatever that is there, have great saints come and touch that place? Say for example, Rameshwaram or Tirupati. Now even Adi Shankaracharya had gone to these places. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had also visited. So these places have value. You can go to such kind of places. But if there is a temple which is built by some Raja Maharaja from the past, that temple is looking very beautiful, but nobody goes to it because there is hardly any God over there. So such kind of temples are only showpieces, right? You will find that you can find some beautiful statues even in museums. Do you go and pray to these statues in museums? Common sense will tell you, you are not going to go to a museum and do some dhoop agarbatti over there. Am I sure? I am sure that you are not going to do any of those things. So then what makes you think that those statues or those temples which are there, they are real? They are very good statues. They are very beautiful. You can also have one statue at home. Really doesn't matter. So these places have been visited and they have been made holy by the feet of these gurus. They have gone and prayed over there. They have themselves consecrated and they have put in their life's force in that place. That is why you should go there. Again, when you think in terms of mantra, when somebody gives you mantra, as if he is doling out water. Okay, take this is one sweet over here, one sweet over there, take this, take this, take this. Those mantras have zero value. I mean, just think about it. If you are given this kind of a mantra, which is literally given to thousands of people just like that, rolled out, do you think that is magical? I don't think so. So you got to be very careful. You have to get a mantra which is called a mantra diksha given by a spiritual master of repute. Somebody who is an enlightened spiritual master. Otherwise there is no point. Just saying some mantra just for the heck of it doesn't mean anything. It is like in most of these restaurants, have you not found those records keep on playing the same mantra all the time? Does it change anything? Doesn't. So now that is one of the things which we have to take into consideration. Now let us see what are the things that are required. 3 important things that are required if you want to be in spiritual. The number 1 is the extreme sense of dispassion or the urge to be in spiritual and wanting to go towards realization. That one urge has to be there constantly in you. Then you are going in the right direction. The second one is called scripture. Now you should have absolute belief in all these ancient scriptures. See, when I say scriptures, understand what I'm talking about. The scriptures, which are the Vedas and all those beautiful Shastras that are there. Okay? We have to believe in them. 100% belief. That is the second criteria. The third one is a belief in God and Guru. When you believe in God and Guru, then the grace of God will come on you and the Guru will appear. These are the steps. So kindly follow these steps. If you are anywhere on this path, then you are on the right track. Otherwise, there is no point. So now I hope you have understood this, that all these things, these steps number 1, 2 and 3 have to fall in place. Then the grace of God comes in the way, and then you will find this master appearing for you. These are the things. Now, do you think it is going to happen on the internet? It can happen anywhere. You have to keep your options open, because in today's day and age, you can't go to the Himalayas, you can't go to some remote places and spend so many months over there. There was a time in the past when you could have done that, but today not possible. So these are certain things which we have to absolutely take into account. Now let us come to books. When I told you that you have to read the scriptures. Now scriptures are different than autobiographical books. There are hundreds of autobiographies of some saints and sages and stuff like that all over the place. Okay? They are just stories. These stories are written with an intention that you follow that particular path. But these are not something which we can revere and do something about it. No, I don't think so. The saint himself will dictate it, or he has given the right to someone to write it for him. Like say Hemad Pant. Hemad Pant is Dabolkar. Now Dabolkar was given that permission by Sai Baba himself to write it. Please remember this. In the same way, Mahendranath M was given the permission by his master to go ahead and write it. And you know that is a diary which he has written. So definitely it is good. But the rest of the storybooks, I don't think they are good enough. So you have to be very, very particular about what you put your faith in. Books are good. Read the Bhagavad Gita, read the Srimad Bhagavatam, read all these Puranas, very beautiful ones, like Shiv Purana is there. Everybody, we are watching them on television. And nowadays everything is available on OTT channels. You can see that. Understand, these are few criterias for going on the path of spiritual. So have you followed these 3 paths? 1, 2 and 3 stage. And when you have done it, then the Guru will appear. So now I hope you have got some clarity of why you are here, for what reason. Are you searching for this spiritual truth, or are you looking for something, a part, a small flutter somewhere? Then that is no use. Then you are not in spiritual. You are just here for the heck of it. So be very serious and look out. You will definitely find your master. But first have that intense desire and that devotion. You will find. So I will end this video over here. If you seem to have got something out of it, go ahead and like it, share it and subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much.